In the heart of West Africa, during the 12th century, there lived a kingdom called Dagomba, ruled by King Yennenga. Among all the stories whispered around evening fires, none shone brighter than that of Princess Yennenga, a woman whose spirit would not be contained by the expectations of her time. While other young women of the court learned weaving and household management, Yennenga's heart yearned for something else entirely. She watched her father's warriors train in the courtyard, their spears cutting through the air like lightning. And she didn't just watch with idle curiosity, she studied every movement, every technique, every strategy. When she was still a young girl, she begged her father to let her train alongside the men. King Yennenga, recognizing the determination in her eyes, granted her wish. Under the scorching sun and through countless hours of rigorous training, Yennenga transformed herself into a warrior unlike any the kingdom had ever seen. By the time she reached womanhood, she had become the finest warrior in all of Dagomba. She could ride a horse with such skill that she seemed to be one with the animal, and her prowess with the spear was legendary. King Yennenga placed her in command of his armies, and she led them to victory after victory. The people called her the warrior princess. But as the years passed, King Yennenga's pride transformed into possessiveness. He had grown so dependent on his daughter's military genius that when noble suitors came seeking her hand in marriage, he turned them all away. Yennenga began to feel the weight of her father's refusal. She loved her kingdom, but she also longed for a life beyond the battlefield, for love, for children, for a future she could choose. Frustrated and desperate to make her father understand, Yennenga devised a symbolic protest. She planted a field of wheat and let it grow far beyond harvest time. When the king asked why, she replied, "My father, I am like this wheat. I have grown and matured, but you will not let me be harvested. Soon, I'll be too old, wasted like these grains." Her words fell on deaf ears. It was then that Yennenga realized she would have to take her destiny into her own hands. On a moonless night, Yennenga took her finest horse and slipped away from the palace. She rode into the unknown wilderness, guided only by the stars and a determination to forge her own path. The journey was perilous, crossing dense forests and dangerous rivers, but she faced every challenge with unwavering courage. After days of travel, exhausted and lost in an unfamiliar forest, fate intervened. She encountered a young hunter named Rialé, a man of humble origins but noble character. He offered her shelter and kindness. In the quiet of the forest, away from the demands of war, Yennenga and Rialé fell deeply in love. Their connection was built not on titles but on mutual respect and admiration. For the first time, Yennenga felt truly seen as a woman with her own hopes and dreams. They married in a simple ceremony, and soon after, Yennenga gave birth to a son named Ouédraogo, meaning stallion, a tribute to the horse that carried her to freedom. As Ouédraogo grew, he inherited his mother's courage and his father's wisdom. Yennenga raised him to be a leader, teaching him warrior skills and the values of justice and independence. When Ouédraogo came of age, he gathered followers and established his own kingdom in what would become Burkina Faso. The Mossi Kingdom grew to become one of the most powerful and enduring kingdoms in West African history, resisting colonization far longer than its neighbors. Princess Yennenga's legacy extends far beyond her own life. She is celebrated as the mother of the Mossi people, a symbol of courage and independence. Her image graces Burkina Faso's national emblem, and her story is taught to children as proof that one person's bravery can change history. The prestigious Yennenga Awards in African cinema bear her name. Her story reminds us that true leadership comes in many forms, that women have always been warriors and nation builders, and that sometimes the most courageous act is choosing your own destiny. Princess Yennenga refused to be defined by expectations, and in doing so, created a legacy that continues to inspire generations. If Princess Yennenga's courage inspired you, smash that like button and subscribe for more untold stories of African heroes who changed history. Hit the bell so you never miss our next legendary tale. Which African warrior or leader should we cover next? Drop your suggestions in the comments below. Remember, your destiny is yours to write. This is a story remembered truthfully.